Hello friends, welcome to TestNG Framework Training Session 6. This is Haradhan once again as usual. Today I will discuss about hard and soft assertions available in TestNG. Thank you all for watching my videos. In case you are enjoying my videos and learning automation testing and Java, please like and share my videos. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification as and when I will upload any new videos. Do not forget to provide your valuable comment for any input or suggestion. Stay tuned for my next videos. What is assertions? Assertions in TestNG are used to verify whether the test is failed or not in TestNG framework or any kind of automation framework also. The test case is considered to be passed only if all statements in the test cases executed successfully, and in case any exception is thrown or expected result do not match with the actual result, then the test case is considered to be failed. So assertion are used to verify the statement and the test case in TestNG to decide whether test case is passed or failed, right? So whenever you are logging into a web page, right, and you are signing to the web page, after that you are ordering some product, right, after you are making the payment, right, and you are also signing out and you are also closing the browser. So every step, whenever you are logging into a particular web page, you need to verify that web page's title or URL is successfully loaded or not. Whenever you are logging in, right, after logging in, you need to verify that home page is appearing or not, right. So for each and every step you need to give some assertion, right, so that otherwise if you just do the simple flow, so that will not work, right. You have to verify with the expected and actual result. Unless you are verifying, there is no point of automating, right. Even in the manual test cases also, so you used to write some simple step for navigation. After that, whenever there is a validation required, you used to validate, right, and in the expected column you used to write that this should match with this thing. So similarly, the automation also, after the navigation is complete, whenever there is a validation required, we need to validate whether the expected thing is matching with the actual, whether the error message is correctly displaying, whether the page is correctly displaying, whether the navigation is correctly happening. So assertions need to be there, otherwise there is no point to automating. So in the assertion, in case assertion expected result is not matching with the actual result, it will fail, and in case it is matching, it will obviously pass, right. So that is the one important thing for any kind of framework, along with it including TestNG also. Okay, so there are two type of assertions available in the TestNG. What is the hard assertion and another is the soft assertion. So hard assertion are usual assertion provided by TestNG. In hard assertion, in case of any failure, the test case execution stop, preventing the execution of any further step within the test method and move on to the next method. So that is the one disadvantage of the hard assertions. So in case in a particular test method or test case, right, you have suppose 6 validation point. What you need to proceed with the huge step, okay, but any point of time if a particular assertion point fails, then the rest of the remaining assertion point or the steps will not be executed for the particular method or test case, but the next method or next test case will be executed smoothly in case again assertion is not getting failed. So that is the disadvantage of hard assertions. So for that disadvantage, there is another introduced soft assertion. So using the soft assertion, we can handle the disadvantage of the hard assertion. Okay. So these are the some common assertions provided by the TestNG: assert equal, assert not equals, assert false, assert true, assert not null. So you can validate with the different data type also, like string, okay, the boolean, doubles, right, as well as the assert true, assert false, like boolean, okay. Similarly, also integer value we can also use, so assert equals not equal. So right now I will show you the example of the hard assertion first. Then after that we will move to the soft assertion. So here I have created a class TestNG assertion with the TestNG class. You already showed you how to create the TestNG class, right? Either you need to select the project or the packages, right? If you select the packages, you need to right click, you need to click on the new, and you need to click on the others, and after that TestNG into folder that you selected and TestNG class. If you next, and here you need to provide the class name, right, and you can select the annotation or not. In case you are not selecting any annotations, so you need to simply click on the finish button. So by default that particular test methods annotation will be there and method will be created here, right. Okay, so let's change the method's name. Hard assertion 1, method name I am changing. Okay, suppose, so for the hard assertions, class name is assert. Okay, need to use the class as assert. A caps SSERT, right? And if you press dot, right, you can see all the methods available in the class is coming. Okay. Okay, so method name for the hard assertion is assert. Okay, you need to remember. But it's two assertion. One is the hard assertion, one is the soft assertion. So for the soft assertion, method name is soft assert, and for the hard one is the assert. Okay, suppose if I want to check with the assert equals boolean value, right? Okay, here I am giving as true, and here I am giving at false. So it will obviously not match, right? And I want to print the output as boolean assert equals not matched, right? Okay, and here I will create another assertions using the assert class dot. I want to check with the float one, right? Here suppose I want to give some float as, or maybe I can give some double value, right? Or maybe integer. I can check with the integer as well, right? Assertion 10 and 10, right? And here expect, I mean, output will be integer. Integer asserts equals matched. Okay. Now let's run the code and let's see. So I already told you, right? For the soft hard assertion, in case any assertion is getting failed, the next statement will not be executed. It will be hard stop for that particular methods. So here, in case it is getting failed, so this line of next line of code will not be getting executed. Okay. So let's run. Let's see how it is being displayed in the console as well as what is the overall status. You can see, right? Hard assertion is getting failed with the cross signs and in the red sign, right? One method gets failed. And here you can see in the output consoles, failure 1, right? Run 1. And if you go to the console, right, you can see that nothing is being displayed, right? Failed hard assertion, no output is being displayed, though it is failed. Because here it is getting failed. That is the reason whenever any hard assertion is getting failed, it will stop there. Okay, so let's change it to false again. So obviously my this line will get executed as it is, sorry, false and false. So it will get matched, right? And here I also want to fail it. The remaining I want to add one more assertion is, right, which is true and false. Here, so boolean assert equals matched, right? So I have written two assertion here, right? One is false and false, so that should exactly match. Obviously, that should give the output. And here, this also get matched. Integer getting matched 10 and 10. So it should also be executed, right? And here it is not matched, so that is not should not be executed. So let's run it and let's see. So that is the one disadvantage. In case any point hard assertion is getting failed, the next line of code from that particular test case or method will not be executed. So here execution will start from here. This method will not be executed. Only you will get the output in the console for this to this print out, right? Println. So let's run it the code and let's see. And overall also will get fail. Here you can see it's getting fail, right? And you can red sign is getting fail with cross sign. And failure 1 and test 1, right? And if you go to the output, you can see boolean assert equals match, right? That is the match. It is the output is coming here. Also matched integer assert equals match, right? And here it is getting failed. That is the reason next line of code is not getting executed. So as and when any particular assertions, I mean, will fail, the next line of code will not be executed for that particular method. Okay. So you can see the output is coming as fail. Okay. Now let's create another method. Okay, hard assertion 2. Okay, so here I want to, okay, I want to use assert dot assert not equal. Equal already used, not equal I am using, will be using assert not equal. Assert dot not. If you press not, you can see all the related method will come here, right? Okay, you can see. So I can use the double actual assert not equal. Suppose I am giving something, okay, here suppose 10 point 120 point, it should not match, okay. And if you want to print some message, you can also print it. You can give some delta, you can also give it, okay. And actual 2 I am giving as, suppose it should not match, right? And here I message, I can type something, right? Not value not matched. Okay, you can see error message gone, right? So here I am giving that double assert equal not equals matched, because it is not matching. So that is the objective of the non equals, right? And here I can use another method for the assert class dot. So there are a lot of methods: assert equal, assert not equal, assert true, right? I can use assert true, right? You can see you need to give the boolean condition. Obviously whenever it's true, if you give it true, it will be true. Similar way the assert false also, right? So here I am giving assert true matched. Okay, let's run the code and let's see. Here there is a two method, right? The first methods, there are three assertions, so two assertions is getting passed and third assertion is getting failed. So obviously that line will not code, but not be executed. But in case other method is there, it will not stop you. So only assertion in case failed, that method will not be executed after, after that, whenever it is getting failed. But other method will not be impacted. So that is the one advantage. Yeah, okay. So whenever using the hard assertion, so only that will be applicable for that particular method. It will not impact the other methods. Okay. So here in the method 2 hard assertion 2, I want to validate whether assert not equal is matching. So obviously double assert not equals match, right? Because it is its value is not getting matching. And after that assert true equal to true, obviously assert true match. So here the this case 2 will be passed. A hard assertion 2 method will get passed, and here it will be failed at this step, but rest of the step will be executed. Okay, let's run the code and let's see. You can see the test case 1 is getting failed, right? And test case 2 is getting passed, because this two assertion is getting passed here. It is not equal, and also it is assert 2 equal to true. And okay, you can see total number of test cases run to failure 1. Okay, if you go to the fail step, you can see the fail test step, total number of elapsed time, right? 29 millisecond for this fail test case, and for the pass one 13 millisecond only. And we go to the summary, total time taken for execution test cases, class count and method count, right? Okay, and if you go to the console, you can see the details console, right? For the first one, boolean assert equal match, right? That is getting passed, because that is assertion is getting passed. So next line of code is getting executed. That assertion assert equal integer to integer is getting passed, so that line of code will be executed. Integer assert equal match, you can see, right? And here assertion is getting failed, so that line of code will be not getting executed for the hard assertion 1 method. Okay, so here it is not coming. You can see boolean assert equals not match is not coming, right? And here for the assert hard assertion 2 methods, right? So it is getting matched. So obviously double assert not equal, you can see the output is coming console. And assert true equal to true, so assert true match, it is also coming, right? So past test case is hard assertion 2 and failed test case is hard assertion 1. Why it is getting failed? You can see expected false but found as true, so that method is not getting, right, executed properly. That is the reason next line of code is not getting executed for the hard assertion 1 method, right? You can see all the details of the method will come. right? Here if you go to the consoles, if you refresh the console, right, and here if you change, you want to validate the XML file, you can see total number of executed 2, pass 1, fail 1, right? And here the package name, hard assertion 1, default priority, obviously it is not executing because expected false but actual found is true. Overall test case is failed with the execution time and the name of the method. And for the second one, it will be passed as right, execution time and right, method name. So that's why you can validate, right, the hard assertion in your TestNG framework, right? So I will here that particular thing I will change it to the another method, so that both my test cases should pass. Here I am changing it with assert false equal to false. So you can see if you press assert false, so it is coming, right? You can give some boolean condition as well as error string message also if you want to give, right? So assert false, I am giving it false. So obviously it should match, right? So assert false match. So my both the test case should match, right? Let's run the code and let's see whether it is both the test cases getting passed and all the script, all the output is getting right. You can see the both the test case is getting passed, method executed 2, failed test case no, all test case both are is passed with the green tick mark, right? And also the green overall, also the parent folder is also green, right? And here to run 2 is passed status, right? And here you can see and the first boolean assert equals is getting executed because this is true, and second integer assert equals match is getting executed, output is coming because that particular assert is also true. And here assert false equal to false, so assert false match is also coming, right? And for the method 2, both the right are, both the assert hard asserts method is correct, so right output is coming double assert equals assert true match, and both that method or test case is getting passed, right? You can see. Okay, so that's why you can deal with the hard assertions. Okay, but one drawback is that in case any assertion is getting failed, so remaining test steps or code for that particular method or test case will not be executed, it will stop there, but it will not impact the remaining methods. Okay, so to deal with that, the disadvantage of the hard assertion, customized error handler provided by TestNG is called soft assertion. Soft assertion or soft assert allows user to have multiple assertion within a test method. Even when assertion fails, the test method continue with the remaining test execution. The result of all assertion can be collated at the end using soft assert dot assert all method, right? So to handle the disadvantage of the testing, we need to use the soft assert class, right? So that, I mean, in case any of the particular step is getting failed, assertion is not matching, expected result is not matching, that will not stop the execution for that event at that point, but it will, instead of failing that particular steps, it will move to the other remaining step for the particular method. Okay, so here I have given some examples. So for that first assertion is getting failed, it is okay, but here it is getting passed. So here though it is failing, it will not stop the execution of the remaining step. And the end of the day, you need to use the soft assert dot assert all methods, right? In case you used to forgot it, use it, though it is failing, but overall test case will get passed. So that is the thing you need to remember. Okay. In case you forgot to call assert all at the end of test case, the test case will pass even if the assert object threw exception or fail. So don't forget to use the assert all. Okay. So I will show you the examples. Let's comment it out, that particular part. So here I am using the method name as soft assertion. Assertion 1. Okay. So for soft assertion, you need to use the create a object or instance. Okay. Using soft. I am just creating an object for the soft assertion equal to new soft assertion. Here you can see some error message is coming because you need to import soft assertion from the sorry, soft not assert, soft assert. Because that was the assert and this is the soft assert. Okay, and here you need to import soft assert from soft assert class from org.testng.asserts. Okay, the assert is the interface, so you need to import it, right? So once the object is created, so that is the one thing. So whenever you are using only assert, you no need to create the object or instance. But whenever you are using soft assert, you need to first create the object or instance, right? Using the soft assert class, okay, available in the package org.testng.asserts package, right? Soft assert. So once the object is created, you can use it, right? And if you press, right, you can see all the method is coming, right? Here assert equals, right, boolean value. Suppose I want to match with false and true, okay, so it will obviously fail, right? So here I am just giving the output as, okay, boolean asserts equals not matched, okay. And another one I want to use it, I want to create another assertion here, dot, okay, I am just using not equals, right? Assert not equals. String expected with string in one. Okay. So here I am giving test one string and here I am giving test two. So obviously it will pass, right? Okay. So it will pass. So here I am giving that assert not equals. Okay. String assert not equals matched, right? Because obviously it is getting matched because test 1 and test 2 is not same. So here I am used assert not equal, so obviously it should pass. Okay, now let's run the code and let's see. Here I did not use, at the end of the day I did not use the assert all method. Okay, here though it is getting failed, right, obviously the next step will be executed but overall test case status will be passed because I did not use that assert all. I already mentioned, right, in case user forgot to call assert all at the end of the test, the test case will pass even any assert object through exception or fails, right? Let's run it without using the assert all first and let's see whether test case is getting passed or not. Test case will getting passed though the assertion is getting failed. You can see, right? Soft assertion 1 is getting passed. Okay, here you can see it is actually failed, right? But it will not stop you for the remaining steps. Okay, if you can see run is 1, failure 0, and here in the output you can see boolean assert equals not match is also coming, right? Output, and as this is passed, here you can see the output and overall status is passed because I did not use the soft, right, assert all. Okay, now use the assert all and let's see overall status of the test case. So then it will get fail, but it will not stop you to execute the remaining steps. That is the one main advantage of the soft assertion. Here though it is getting fail, but next line of code will be executed. It will not stop you. Even the next method will be also get executed. Okay, let's run the code. So overall test case status will be failed, but all the steps will be executed. You can see soft assertion is getting failed, right? Method is also getting failed, but if you go to the console details, you can see boolean assert. Next line of code is here also failing, but next line of code is getting executed, right? Here you also need to check. After that, you see string assert not equal also match. So that is the one advantage of the soft assertion, which cannot be handled with the, right, in the hard assertion. Okay, so I will create another methods. It will be soft assertion 2. Here same approach. So here I want to use soft assert dot, okay, assert false, that particular method. So here I am giving false. So basically my test case will pass, right? So my assert false is getting matched. Here I will use assert true. dot assert true. Okay, so I also want to match it, right? So both my test case here, both my assertion condition is getting passed here, so my test case will pass, right? And here in the test case, that particular test step is not getting passed, right? Or here maybe you can change it to true, okay, so that it will pass SR equals match, and here I am changing it to 1 and 1, so obviously that test case will fail. SR not equals not match is not matched, so here the test case will fail. Okay, now let's run the code and let's see whether the first test case is getting failed at that particular steps, but the remaining line of code will be executed, and the second test case overall will pass because assert false equal to false, assert true equal to true, and also the output is getting executed correctly, right? So let's run the code and let's see what is my output. You can see first test case is getting failed, second test case is getting passed. Okay, and in the console if you want to check all the output, you can see boolean assert equals matched, right? Because boolean assert equal true is matched. Assert not equals is not matched, right? Because both are test 1, right? And for the assert false, matched. Okay, anyway I just made it not matched, but it should be matched, so output I can change it. So you can see the output is correctly coming and passed. Soft assertion 2 is getting passed, right? And soft assertion 1 is getting failed. And what is the failed reason? You can see here, right? The following assertion fails, right? And you can get the details, right? So here let's change it to 2 again. I want to pass all the test case. So assert false is matched, and I want to assert true is matched. So if I want to run all the test case using the assertions, soft assertion, so both my test case will be passed, and obviously it will show the, right? You can see the green with the tick mark, and overall test case is passed. And here if you go to the console, you can see both the test cases getting passed because all the assertion is passed. True, test 1 and test 2 is not getting matched, and here assert false equal to false, assert true equal to true, and all the output is coming. Boolean assertion equal match, also it will match, it's match, right? So that's why you can use the soft assertion and hard assertion. Okay, now let's comment the code and I will show you in the real-time examples how this assertion will also work in the real time whenever you want to automate a particular, right, URLs and want to proceed with some other steps. Okay, so I am using methods. Okay, suppose I want to automate, right, that particular page. First I want to launch the Facebook page, so I am using, the launch method name I am giving Facebook page. Okay, so first I will use the hard assertions. So here I need to use WebDriver. I need to create a object or instance variable for the WebDriver. Not object, is a variable driver because it will be global variable. So any point of time if I want to use multiple methods, multiple test case, so that it will work. It will work, right? You can see some error message is coming. You need to import WebDriver, right? Interface from the org.openqa.selenium packages, right? And here just I will simply, right, copy paste this line of code so that my browsers will be launched and it will be get maximized. Okay, so I am not writing it, just copy paste. First I am setting the system property for the Chrome drivers, then I am launching the Chrome driver, and then I am maximizing the Chrome driver. Okay, let's import the Chrome driver. Okay, here just you need to pass the URL for Facebook driver.get. I can pass the URL for Facebook, right? Once the Facebook URL is right, I can also print the URL, right? How you can get it? SYSO, okay, driver dot get URL, okay, or get title. So I want to get the title, then using the hard assertion I want to verify whether my title is getting matched or not. Okay, in case it is not getting matched, obviously it will fail and it will not proceed to the next step. Okay, and also I want to create another method where I will close the browser. Okay, at the rate test quit browser. Okay, here driver dot quit or close. So here I am writing two test case. So just right now I want to validate. I will print out first the title, then I will use some assertion to match the title. Okay. Yes, some error message is coming. Okay, some more additional second bracket came. Let's run the code and let's see. Right now my both the test is getting passed, right? So first it will launch the browsers. It will load the Facebook URL page and it will get the title. After that it will close the browsers in the second test case, right? And it will print out the titles. So it is launching the browsers, it is loading the Facebook page, it is closing, right? And you can see the title is getting, right, it is getting displayed. So I want to, you can see total number of test cases executed 2, pass is 2, right? So right now no assertion I have entered here, okay, and title is coming, right? So that title I want to match, okay. Assert dot assert equals, right? Here you need to use that particular, right, string matched with the actual value. Here I can match with the string. Doubles, integer, iterator. Here you can see string is coming, right? Actual and expected. So actual is title, right? Actual is first I want to, I am expected, I am giving as this, and before that I want to store the title here. Okay, so I want to store the title in the string variable title equal to driver dot get title. So it will be stored here, right? And here I can give that variable as title. So that should match with the expected result. And I am closing it. Okay. So it is launching the Facebook page. Then it is storing the titles. Okay. So let's not comment it out. I don't want to give the title. Here I want to store the title, and after that that title should get matched, right? As equal whatever title is coming, it should match. Okay, so in case it is matching, it can proceed to the next step. Next step I want to enter some value in the here, right? So first I need to inspect the element, press F12 button from the keyboard. In the next step I want to enter some value in the email field. So you need to use the email ID, right? You can enter some value here. Okay, so driver dot find element by dot id, and you can give the id of the email field, and then you can enter some value. Send keys, suppose I am entering the value. Okay, I am just entering the value. Okay, similarly for the password field also I want to enter the value, right? So the id is password, so I can enter some password, some value in the password field. Suppose test 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I want to enter. Here you can see a particular test step will get passed, right? Because the expected will match with the actual result. Okay, Let's run the code and let's see whether the both test cases is getting passed and it is working perfectly, right? And obviously it will also enter the value in the email ID and password fields. So loading the Facebook page. In case assertion is getting passed, you can see it is entering the value, right? So you can see overall test case is getting passed because here this is exactly matching, right, with the expected the actual result. So hard assertion is getting matched. That is the reason it is getting passed. And also the second test case obviously it will pass because even if a particular hard assertion is getting failed in any of the step or any method, that will not impact the other method. Okay, let's fail it. Okay, and let's try to proceed to the other step. Here, just also I want to print the hard assertion fail. Okay, and also I want to proceed here. Just let's change it. Okay, you up instead of up, it will, I'm just mentioning up 11. Facebook login or sign in you 11. So obviously it will not match, right? Assert equals the title, whatever is Facebook login page sign up, it will not match with the 11 part. So obviously that step will not be executed and the remaining step will not be executed. But the next line of next method will be get executed. Okay. So let's run the code and let's see whether my first test case is getting failed and the execution is stopping at that point. Okay, that is also not be executed and also the next line of code will also not be executed. But the next method will be executed. Okay, let's run the code and let's see. You can see it is okay, sorry, some problem there. Let's run the code again. So it will launch the Chrome browsers, it will maximize the browser, it will pass the URL for Facebook. Once the page is fast loaded, it will try to validate the title with the expected one. Okay, and it is not matching, it will not enter the value in the email and password field, and also after that it will quit the browser because this is the next method, and it will also not print out that part, right, because here that assertion got failed. Okay, so you can see the run to failure 1 skip 0. Here the quit browser obviously it will be passed because here no problems, assertion problem was there, and the for the first one it is getting failed, and you can see that particular output will not be displayed because as and when any assertion is failed for the particular method, the next line of code will not be executed. So you can see no output is getting coming, right? So passed is quiz browser and failed is launch Facebook page. Okay, so now let's deal with the soft assertion part. Okay, so for the soft assertion you need to create a class right, object reference, sorry, instance object for the soft assertion class. So here I'm creating a object. Okay, first, then I'm changing it with that, and after that I first want to validate whether the expected title is matching with not, and also soft assertion I'm changing it with soft assertion is passed first. Okay, so first I am launching the browsers, I am passing the URL for Facebook, I am storing the title in the title string, and I am matching, I am creating an object or instance for the soft assertion class, right? And then using that particular object or instance, I want to validate whether the title is getting matched with the Facebook login or sign up, right? As it should match exactly, so my output will be soft assertion is passed, and that will be executed to the next step, right? It will enter the emails. Okay, here it is not email, it is pass. Okay, so in the password field it will enter that particular value. Okay, and after that it will close the browser. So here both the test case will be passed because the soft assertion is passed here. Whatever soft assertion method I am using, that equals, it should exactly match, and it will be executed to the next step, and both the test case will be passed. So it will launch the browsers, it will pass the URL for the Facebook page. Once the Facebook page is fully loaded, it will try to validate whether the title is getting matched or not. After that, it will enter the email and password field value, right? email is Aradhanpal and password is test12345, right? You can see. And after that quitting his browser, right? Here you can see output is also coming, right? And both the test cases getting passed. You can see both the test cases getting passed with the tick mark green sign. And here run is 2, right? And you can see the output is also getting coming here, right? Soft assertion is passed and the both the test case launch Facebook page quit URL is getting passed, right? So let's refresh the output folder also, and if you go to the test engine XML result, you can see total number of test cases executed 2, pass 2, right? Finish time, start time, end time, and this is the total executed by priority 0. These are the two methods executed and both status is passed, right? Right? You can see method name, launch Facebook page, quit browsers, finish time, start time. Here you can see first method is taking 19.614 seconds and second method 4 second 493 millisecond, right? Now here, okay, let's fail the soft assertions. Okay, so I am changing it to 111, right? It will not match, right? But soft assertion will not stop you to execute the remaining steps within the methods, and obviously it will not impact the remaining rest of the method. Okay, so that is the one advantage here. So for the soft assertion, it will get failed, title should not match, but it will proceed to the next step. So soft assertion is failed. I am changing it to. So that's one. That's also I want to print in the console, and also I want to enter the value in the remaining steps, right? So here I also, after the remaining step is entered, I want to print the output as value entered in email and password fields. Okay. So here those soft assertion is getting failed, but still it will not stop the execution of the remaining line of code within the same method, and obviously the next method will not be impacted. So that is the one advantage. So let's run the code and let's see. Here it is getting failed at the step, but next line of code will be executed, although overall status of the test case or method will get failed. So it will launch the browsers. Once the launching is successful, it will maximize the browser. It will pass the URL for Facebook page. Once the page is fully loaded, it will try to extract the titles and will try to match with the expected result. Though it is getting failed, but it will proceed to the next steps. And overall test case will be failed, right? It will try to match with the expected. You can see password ID value is getting entered, right? Okay, total run 0, fail 0. Okay, here it is not getting failed. Though, okay. Assert equals title is should not match with that one. Let's change it to Facebook only, or maybe one Facebook. Okay, some problem is happening, so let's change it with that title expected result, and let's run the code again. Let's see whether the test case is getting failed, and obviously it will not stop the execution for the remaining line of code. So both the test cases still getting passed. So maybe something is wrong. I need to fix that. So here you can see like the test case is getting passed all the time because we did not use the assert all, right? So I need to use the assert all so that it will get failed. Otherwise all the step will not get validated, right? Assert all, I need to use it. So that is the reason it is getting passed every time. Okay. So I already mentioned in my PPT, right? In case you used to forgot to call assert all at the end of the test case will pass even any of the assert object through exception or fail. So do not forget to add assert all, right? So we need to use assert all methods, right? So that it will fail here. The overall test case will fail, otherwise overall test case will pass. So let's run the code and let's see. Okay, in case you are not using assert all, though your validation is getting failed, but overall test case will not be failed. But in case you are using a soft assertion, but execution will not stop at that point. Even the particular method or particular assertion point is getting failed, it will continue to the execute to the remaining steps. So that is the one advantage. You can see Facebook is getting launched, right? And here you can see the disk is getting failed, right? You can see the launch Facebook page is getting failed because that particular point it is not matching with the expected result, right? It is 111 and it should match with Facebook login page sign up only, but 11 additionally entered, right? Okay, so it is getting failed. Soft assertion is failed here. Total number of test cases executed to 1 is getting failed, right? Okay, and here you can see the next line of code is also getting executed, right? Here the output is, here it is getting failed, but the next line of code should be executed, right? And it's also entering the value in the email by ID password field, and also this line of code is getting executed. Okay, similar way if you want to get the current URL, divert dot get current URL, right? So the current URL for the Facebook page will be Facebook, right? So that will be the current URL. Okay, so here I just want to validate whether it is getting matched. Okay, so here it will, I want to not match, so that is the reason I am changing it to that one. So it will be failed, right? So I'm just changing it to that. So it will fail, but still it will not stop the execution, right? So the remaining part. Okay, let's run it. So that's why you can assert use the assert, right, for and validating URLs, source page title like that, and for any kind of header also. Okay, so that is the reason assert is very useful. Any framework, right? You can see it is getting failed, right? Because I already appended that additional part, right? You can see overall test case is getting failed, right? And the one test case is getting failed and other is getting passed. Okay, so but though it is getting failed, but still it is continuing the remaining line of execution, right? Okay, so let's change it to correct one so that it will pass. Okay, so here it software session is passed. Now my both the test case should pass and matching with the expected and actual result. Okay, so let's run the code and let's see. We using the assertion is getting passed with the current URL also. So it is launching the Chrome browsers. It is passing the URL for Facebook page. Once it is fully loaded, it will try to validate the current URL. Once it is validated, it will enter the value in the password field, right? You can see soft assertion is getting passed, enter the value in the ML field, and both the test cases is getting passed as green status, right? And you can see the both the test cases is getting passed here. Okay, and if you refresh the test output folder, right, and if you click on the test.ng XML files, you can see both the test cases getting passed, executed to passed to, and you can see, right, launch Facebook page and name, and both the test cases passed without the duration time. Okay, so that's all about for assertions. So I think that is the one useful topics for test.ng or any kind of framework, unless you are validating on the expected and actual steps, right? So there is no point of doing the only the navigation part. Okay, that is the reason assertion place and pivotal load. Sometimes you can use the hard assertion. Okay, in case you want to just fail it, but if you want to proceed with the remaining step as well, so you don't use the hard assertions. Instead of that, you can use the soft assertion, so that I mean execution of the remaining line of code and remaining step for the test case or the test methods will not be stopped. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you.